organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Thanks for tuning in to your Thursday edition of Daily Iowan TV, your television news, sports, and weather source for the Daily Iowan. I'm Michelle Raymer here in the Daily Iowan newsroom to give you a quick update on what's going on around Iowa City. The University of Iowa has teamed up with Lids Sports Group in developing a new Hawkeye spiritwear store called Herky's Locker Room. It will operate on 2nd Street in Coralville in the old Hawk Shop location. In addition, there will be game day locations at both Kinnick Stadium and Carver Hawkeye Arena. Officials hope to have the new store up and running in August, just in time for new students and football season. Lids Sports Group division, known as Lids Clubhouse, has teamed up with 25 other professional teams and collegiate athletic departments. And the Iowa Flyers Swim Club kicked off a national Speedo competition meet earlier today. It is being held at the University of Iowa Campus Recreation and Wellness Center and will continue until the 24th. This is a sectional level swim meet that is sometimes a swimmer's first time to compete in a major out-of-state tournament. It is also the first championship event that athletes can qualify for outside of their own state tournaments. This competition showcases some of the most talented swimmers from across the nation. And now it's time for your weekly Spotlight, Iowa City edition. David Lubroff of the University of Iowa Cancer Center has spent his career researching and developing treatments for cancer. Daily Iowan TV's Dana Davidson has more on Lubroff's extensive career.
In his 38 years of cancer research at the University of Iowa, David Lubroff has seen dramatic changes in the field.
The early days of someone having his or her own lab and doing only work in their narrow area, that's falling away. It's research teams. It's interacting with your colleagues in your department or in the college or even in other colleges.
As the director of the Urology Research Laboratories at the University of Iowa, Lubroff oversees his laboratory's research of tumor immunology and immunotherapy with an emphasis in the development of vaccines to help prostate cancer.
Our ability to develop the vaccine was directly related to the ability to identify genes that are associated with, say, cancer. So we've taken the gene that is responsible for producing prostate-specific antigen, or PSA, and we've used that gene into this virus vaccine to produce what we're testing now.
To develop this vaccine, scientists in the Lubroff laboratories have used technology such as flow cytometers, which are machines that use lasers to sort and identify cancer genes in patient cells. But even with a successful career under his belt, at 73, Lubroff isn't quite ready to stop researching.
As I've been here longer and longer and get closer to thinking about retiring, sometimes I feel that things have gotten so much better and new things are opening up in research that I almost don't want to stop.
Dana Davidson, Daily Iowan TV.
Lubroff said he will continue with his research at the University of Iowa for years to come. The $11.5 million grant awarded to the University of Iowa Cancer Center by the National Cancer Institute will help him and his team in their research. And the House's current bill for agriculture plans for deep cuts to the Emergency Food Assistance Program, which leads to significant budget cuts in our area. This news has many local food pantries and clients of those food pantries wondering just how they are going to make ends meet and get the amount of food needed to provide for their families and for individual selves. Earlier Thursday, I had the opportunity to see just what this issue meant to participating individuals. The North Liberty Food Pantry held a community forum with a focus on hunger. Many local officials were in attendance, along with food pantry clients, volunteers, and employees. Commodity cuts are expected to reach up to a 50% cut during the next fiscal year. These area food pantries have already been impacted with a 30% cut to commodity programs. North Liberty Food Pantry Executive Director Tina Dubois feels that these budget cuts will have an opposite effect to what officials hope for.
Perceived short-term savings of these budget cuts will actually result in more costs down the line because of the effects of hunger.
Many clients of the food pantries were also in attendance, and this client in particular chose to speak. She states that if not for the food pantries, she would have been unable to feed her family. North Liberty Council member Jerry Kuhl said that it's not a crime to be poor, but it is a crime not to nurture and feed those individuals. Hopefully, with enough outreach, community members will be able to express to their officials just how important it is for the budget to remain as is. And in sports, the World Cup of Softball began this Thursday evening. The United States kicked off their games versus the Czech Republic. Many University of Iowa community members were anxious to watch the University of Iowa softball team's very own assistant coach, Stacey May Johnson. The World Cup is being held in Oklahoma City at the ASA Hall of Fame Stadium. The tournament will continue on until the 25th. And only with the Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into Friday's pages of the Daily Iowan. Read about student citation and arrest increases, and also about how the city is preparing for RAGBRAI, the statewide bike ride. And before I leave you, I'd like to give you a quick look at the weather for this weekend. For Friday's forecast, expect temperatures at a high of 91 degrees with a 30% chance of scattered thunderstorms. Then, through the weekend, temperatures will remain in the low 90s and upper 80s, and thunderstorms will continue throughout until Monday, when we finally see a break in the rain. And all next week, temperatures will remain in the high 80s and low 90s, with partly cloudy skies until Thursday, when thunderstorms will return. And that's all the time we have for your Thursday edition of Daily Iowan TV. Tune in Sunday at the same time or check us out on dailyiowan.com. I'm Michelle Raymer, Daily Iowan TV.